How's it going, Paul? How's it going?
Good morning, dude.
Good. It's good to see you.
In the office.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always a good day when I can just, talk to great people and people who inspire the community. And I actually heard about you through Jose.
Oh, cool.
He was on one of our episodes.
Nice. That's what's up. Yeah. So it's a small circle, basically. Jose is a partner of one of my partners in Vancouver. But then we were in the same drive circle and stuff. And so, it's a really small network.
Yeah.
Small community.
Yeah. So I did a little bit of research on you.
Yeah.
I know for everybody's information, we have not met.
Yeah.
So the research, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure. Yeah.
Top 30 under 30?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's that associated with?
So that's the National Association of Realtors, 30 under 30, and so I'm the finalist on that.
Wow.
It's not, you can go under all the accolades and stuff like that, but you just submit, you run a campaign, you get votes. So anyone could really do it. I mean, anybody that goes on to Forbes, you can go 40 under 40, the Portland Business Journal, whatever. But all you're doing is
you're being really real right now. I'm trying to build you up.
All you do is just submit your name, dude, and So just what does that bring and provide for you? I mean, marketing, exposure, whatever. But I can go down that rabbit hole too, accolades. Nobody cares about that, man.
Yeah. But hey, it sounds like you get results.
Oh yeah, that's key, dude.
Yeah. So you are a real estate investor and real estate agent? Broker?
Yes, for both.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably just one part of your life, right?
Yeah, dude, I got a lot going on, man.
Yeah. So give me an idea of what's that pie look like?
What's my daily, what's where I'm at,
we call it a roles and goals.
Okay.
So everybody has different roles in life. I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a inventor, entrepreneur, podcaster, athlete. Yeah. How about yourself?
I am a father. I have a 6-year-old daughter.
Oh, great.
Family's important. But I think if I use something more broad, with the rules in life, I think where I'm at now, I'm only doing things that are exciting and passion oriented. So
okay.
I get a lot of opportunities in life, and I just gotta be quick to slow myself down. Basically just I'm not gonna say yes everywhere.
Okay.
I gotta really think it over. Hey, am I gonna be excited to take on this project or take on this client or go down this venture? And it answers yes, then I'll pursue it just because I don't want to get bored of it, and I'm not chasing checks, dude.
Yeah.
So that's so Elon Musk is actually my idol, and so
sweet.
Frankly, you asked me if there was ever a dream gig. Is I know if I met Elon or if I got my resume in front of him, he would hire me on the spot.
Oh, sweet.
The reason why is I believe that if I convey my value. And what I bring to the table, then he would create a role for me.
Oh,
yeah. Because you don't have a lot of those, and I try to kind of emulate what Elon would be thinking.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, these are go-getters, and I could create something for them,
Yeah.
It just isn't the time yet, so right now I'm just kind of pursuing, and learning in different industries and just trying to provide value to my friends and family.
Yeah. So currently your full-time gig is real estate, right?
Yes, but I would like to say that, it's dialed in ship, meaning that, there's a lot of different fits as a realtor, and you kind of, you meet your realtor, and a lot of them are just, they're working check to check, deal to deal. Mm-hmm. I've built my business to where, I'm not in the field as much anymore. Last year I probably shown 10 to 15 homes, but
which is not very much for full-time.
It's not very much, but when you look at if I show you I close 40, 50, 60 deals a year, there's I have a structure to work smarter, but I share too. So I train and I mentor a handful of agents that usually friends or past clients, and I give them opportunities in the field to learn. But I share a portion of that compensation because I'm happy to, because I'm buying my time back.
Yeah.
And I guess in life, that goes down into, if you really know what your time's worth and you break down, in the field production per hour, and you believe it, then anything under that, you should delegate that. And so I tell a lot of friends and family that, and a lot of, business owners and they got to really believe that. So
when did this mindset come into play? Because most real estate agents don't think about their time and freedom.
Yeah, bro, they're just
go.
They don't invest and all that. I've always I've always worked like I was broke. I mean, I could say that I could check out and retire today, like, you know, retire. But, you know, to me, I think there's two types of retirees. One that, like, you know, has worked 50, 60 years and then, you know, there's no wrong or right way. And then there's the other one where it's just, you know, you have no debt, you're financially free, you have passive income. But do you go and just check out and disappear, right? Or do you come back and really just pursue your passions? And you really try to help people, like, without anything to gain. It's a lot of people don't understand that, and they think, oh, what does he want from me? I just say, dude, I don't want a single penny. Like, you know, like, I get so many opportunities. Oh, dude, let me take care of, no, it's okay. Like, you know, it's so I'm just really doing it just to connect people. And, you know, and that's really all it is. And so, I mean, seriously, I connect people and, like, and anything and everything, like, from their love life, their love interest, I mean, like, homes, car purchases, parts, I mean, just, like, business owners, like, you know. And so it's fulfilling just to be able to help others grow. That's it.
You're very extroverted.
No, I'm actually pretty introverted. But I am that chameleon, you know, in a setting, you know, in work, whatever, or like friends, but I need my downtime. Like, so I'm on the road, or I drive, or I go work out, and that's like my time to meditate. And, you know, and so can I vape in here?
You can vape.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I can have a vape pen too. So we're gonna get along.
Yeah. So but that's guess that's does that answer your question? What the rules and
it's odd because your profile on your social media does not accurately describe you.
Dude, I honestly haven't.
So I'm kind of caught off guard here.
I actually need some help in that, frankly. I mean, I know that when I need help and all that, and I'm in a weird place where, you know, a lot of people are like, hey, Paul, can I help you? And I never need any help, and I don't. But now I do need help. And the one thing that I ask, like, my close circle, my sphere, is that if you know anybody that I need to meet, I'm not looking to prospect for sellers and buyers. I'm not even that. I'm looking to meet others that are, you know, aligned on the same vision, looking to pursue passion projects. You don't need to be, like, you know, well off or anything. It's just you need to, you know, have a clear understanding and you're looking for other partners, looking for them. Because I know that there's a lot of mini-me's, not at this level. Like, everyone has different levels and stuff, but they haven't gotten to a point where, like, they need to meet other top, you know, masterminds, and to show iron sharpens iron, right? And they're not asking for that help. They're not asking for the introduction. So I'm intentionally asking, you know, my close sphere, like, hey, you know me really well. If there's someone I need to meet, could you make the introduction? Ask them, hey, this is who Paul is, and this is why he would want to meet you. If that person is open for that, that's my cup of tea. If they're like, what do you mean? That's not my cup of tea. See that? It's the mindset. So I'm trying to really attract others who want to build together, because early into my career, and I've always, you know, been a business owner, I've always went, like, fast. I went fast and solo, like, you know, alpha dog, everything.
Fast and solo.
So, you know, you grow fast, and that's, but for the team, the dream for the long forever. Now, so everything I do the rest of my life, I'm going to do it as a team-based project, or it's got to be a partnership. And it's just more fun to break bread with, you know, and I mean, it's everything is possible. Like, I've seen a lot on 32 years on this planet to where I truly believe anything is possible.
So you,
I still believe, like,
you were born in Thailand, right? Or
no, born in Southern California, but roots in Thailand. So first generation American.
Oh wow. Okay, and your parents are still in California?
My mom and my dad were separated early. So just raised single mom. My sister's in SoCal. A lot of families still in LA. But we migrated up early to Portland for more opportunity, which I'm so grateful for.
Oh, you and your mom still close?
Oh yeah, totally. So she worked, and she opened up excuse me, a Thai restaurant, and just, you know, invested in. She still, like, you know, keeps her hand in she just keeps busy, you know. Like, I just know that, I was just telling a friend.
Are you trying to tell her to slow down or something?
No, I was telling her, go enjoy life. Go go take some trips. And I'll take it. I'll do all that. But I know she likes to, and that's where I get my blood from on that.
Yeah.
I think I get the hustle from the Thai side there, and then I'm also 25% Chinese from my dad's side. So I think I
Happy
get
New
like
Year.
the real Chinese, like that from that side. But that was it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're talking about passion projects.
Yeah.
Where did you hear about that term? Why are you gravitating towards that at this stage in your life?
Well, okay, so...
And just to redirect, you're in a position in your life where money's not really an issue. You have your investments, your IRA, whatever, your stock portfolio, your real estate investments. Yeah. And so you're at a point where I'm very particular about my time. Yeah. It's kind of reiterating here. Yeah. And I want to pursue my and other people's passion projects. Yeah. What is these passion projects?
Well, I got in the car scene, so I took that.
Nice.
And I'm still not really a car guy, but then I got into it, and then then I started doing the rallies and stuff, and so.
Okay. What do you mean by rally? Like
car rallies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So. I went to the Lambo rally in South Beach, Miami, last February.
Was that an aha moment? In your life,
that was,
oh my gosh, I'm young and I'm in a Lamborghini.
Yeah, I wasn't a Lambo guy at heart, but after getting that, because I got the Lamborghini and I got the McLaren, but I'm not. They're just toys to me. I let my friends drive it. I'm not that guy. And I'll daily drive, rain, snow. I don't care. It's a toy. It's and the good things come in your life to be shared.
Wow.
Seriously, I like to say I'm the most abundant person I've met, and I'm actually looking for others who are more abundant than I am. Yeah. And I haven't found that yet. So I'm leading by example by being absolutely abundant. Yeah. To show others that, hey, there's a way you could be there too. And I'm just trying to inspire and have that touch.
So let's go. Yeah. Someone could be watching this. It's like, man, I really want to be like Paul.
Yeah. Dude, call me. My number is 503-703-0700, dude.
Nice. Okay.
Seriously, you text me, I will reply back. You call me and I don't know you and you're like, hey, what would I do? I would give you my time. That's being abundant with my time. It's just important that...
Is that a life lesson that you want to teach? It's
something that you should know is that, others' time is very valuable. I'm actually the gatekeeper of time. And what that just means is that I understand what my time's worth. And I only want to be around others who know what their time is worth. So they can be respectful of that.
Did you always think this way?
No. It was just over time, you're grinding, you're hustling, and you're buying back time. But then after that, you read all these books and stuff, that's all it is. Now all you have is time, so you have to control the time. Yeah.
So now you're giving up some of your time as almost like a donation.
Yeah, well, that's, being the philanthropist in me is you can cut checks and stuff, but you can also give time. Yeah, and that's why I mentor agents and try to show the younger ones that, dude, there's a lot of opportunity. If I started from scratch, I'd probably do most of the same things, but just at a quicker pace.
And what are those same things?
Well, the main thing is, surround yourself with who actually is leading the pack. Yeah. Because you got to look at the top-down approach. Is hey, if you surround yourself with someone with a lot of opportunities and they trust you and they see them, they're going to give those opportunities down to you.
Amen. Yeah.
That's a no-brainer. If you go and you surround yourself with a whole bunch of 65 to 80-year-olds, they're going to give you opportunities. Most folks in life are I don't want to go hang out. I'm not looking for anything. I just want to learn from them, and opportunities will come up.
Oh,
you see that?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm an old man. I'm 32, but I'm probably feeling like I'm late 40s. And the friend circles are all different and stuff. But I have the time, and I can share. So I'm looking to share, but with the right people, and not it's this. Use me, but don't abuse me.
For sure. Sure. So one of those things that you would, what is another thing that you did to get where you are? One of them was understanding the value of your time. Yeah. Was it worth that thick? Well, did you ever have doubts? It sounds...
It's not about doubts, dude. I'll try anything. I'm not scared to lose because you don't really lose. But it takes, it could take someone a lifetime to kind of build up that confidence of hey, just closed mouths don't get fed. You got to be a go-getter. You could work corporate, but if you never ask for a raise, you're never going to get it. Yeah. Or if you're new coming out of school and you get an offer, and you're oh, I'm so excited. Well, you could counter that and see if they'll pay more. It's like, you don't do it because you're scared of what? They're going to take the offer back? No, they're going to be like, hey, and yeah, it's just, you got to want more in life. So I guess where that stems to is like, I like being around and being connected with those who want the best in life.
Yeah.
Not by like my own standards. Like, I just want to know you want the best for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to have stats, nothing like that. It's just like, I want the best in life. And that's who I want to be around with.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want the best in life, then obviously you don't want the best for anybody else.
Yeah.
I could be wrong there, but that's what has been a crucial factor in, I think, where I'm at now. And it's just a whole bunch of people gave me their support and energy to get in. So I got to give back. I don't ever forget all the small things. Like someone sent me a referral, someone hooked me up on this and all that. So and that's the relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
When was it in your mind that when did it click in your mind that you were financially stable? That you didn't
stable. Well, I mean, I was pretty good like financially in terms of like budgeting and stuff like that. Always
was that 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Well, I started in real estate in 2015, but before that, my first baby business was actually sneakers. So
wow!
I used to do sneakers. Like
me and my friend me and my brother-in-law were talking about StockX and their valuation and
yeah. So do you know GOAT, the other company too?
No, I do
there's
not.
StockX and there's GOAT. So you should look at GOAT. So they're competitors there. But GOAT is one of my good friends. He's one of the 5 C-level guys there, and they're building out too. They don't even need to go public. Like
it's just funny how they get the inventory from Nike.
Yeah.
We can talk about that business model,
for sure.
But I found out about it because I was just I'm like, I like these pair of sneakers. They're cool. And I clicked on it. I was like, wait, this is not Nike. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And they were like $500.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, what happened here?
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. But yeah, no, we can go down. I mean, there's a lot to that. That was like, was a passion too. That was like, collecting and then, turning into a business to pay for the hobby. And then after that, you lose, the passion and you're like, okay, it's a full-time business. And then, that was actually what led me to pursue like my higher calling is like, dude, and it was boring because it's like I was just getting checks. I was just getting paid. I was just building a bank account. Like, didn't really serve much of a purpose except for that one aspect. So how do I get into a field that, is comparable and actually can tap into my talent base?
Okay, so you started the sneaker business. You were flipping sneakers, doing great. And then your daughter was born.
Oh, dude, the hustle went up like 5x, bro.
So I'm playing the timeline here. Your daughter was born, and then you get into real estate. So she was kind of the reason you got into real estate.
I got right in graduating college from the U of O. Like I already knew I was going to be in real estate.
Oh.
But I pursued the sneaker business because I wanted to see I wanted to see where I could build it to,
Okay. So it's more of curiosity.
Yeah, and right out of school, and this is one thing I would want to share with anybody is that, who do you know that I need to know? That's a very powerful question. Mm-hmm. But you have to be able to understand, like, what are you looking for? So, I asked that to my mom, and she's like, oh, you need to know my broker. And, then he became my mentor, and he actually worked under him. And they're the top team here in the Pacific Northwest and Southwest Washington and Oregon. And I still, to this day, we still keep in contact. And one of my first real estate deals was by the name of Nick Shivers. And I called him up, and I was like, Nick, I got this off-market deal. You want to invest with me? He's like, I believe in you. Got it. Done. Right there, that was the only, that was like the first time I had anybody actually believe in me and like, boom, and go in. So now I'm looking to invest in others too. Like, I don't know, just show me your business plan. I invest in the people. And so that right there, like, hey, but no one else would ever do that. So now I'm in the position to where like, yeah, dude, I'll be a shark for you, and but you gotta have a good head on your shoulders and with a bigger picture why you want to do it, not just clear checks.
Yeah. What are some questions you ask people who are wanting to maybe take an investment?
I would want to know, like, what they've gone through in like business experience, and like, why they're passionate about it, and what the bigger picture is. Like, do you want to scale this? You just want to, like, how do you want to actually make an impact on the community and others? Like, I just don't, I'm not ever going to just be chasing checks anymore. I need someone that's going to, have a green purpose, or a mission to give back. Just that's super important, and so I've always given back in any way I can. So I think that's the most important thing, is the giving aspect.
So your daughter?
Yeah.
So she just got your hustle level up to 10x?
Yeah. So that was and so I missed a couple years of her life, frankly.
Why?
Just because I was really in the business building years, and just like driving 20,000 miles a year, and working like 14, 16-hour days.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. Yeah.
Like frankly, like I've never counted. Like, what are my hours and weeks? It was just like, it was just like breathing. You just did it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then you got to buy the time back. You got to do it for a reason. Because I know guys that are still on that like hustle like that, but they could check out. I'm like, and these are some of my mentors, and I'm like, dude.
But maybe their passions are in what they're already doing.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, if they just need to keep busy, then you keep busy. Because I think that's the other thing too. Is like, I don't want to be bored. Like, so I keep myself busy. Like, I schedule this, schedule that, connect with people. I mean, I just find ways to keep busy, but I control my time. Yeah. So I get everything done from 10 a.m. till about 4 p.m. and I pretty much can shut off. Yeah, so I'm very grateful, dude. Very blessed.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. We I looked at you have a lot of friends on your social media.
There's friends, there's acquaintances, there's family. There's different levels to it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
There's different. Not everyone's a friend just because they're connected with you. I mean, I'm trying to really, it's quality over quantity. I think if that's what COVID taught us, like after this last 2 years. Who did you grow closer with, and who did you grow more apart from, or who actually was intentional about checking in on you or being there?
That's true.
That's the circle gets smaller, dude, which is good.
I think people are still finding the ripple effects from that. It's like, hey, the restaurants are open, you still haven't called me.
Yeah, totally, dude. Yeah. But everyone, here's the other thing too, is like, everyone's suffering in their own way. Yeah. And like, even mental health is super real. Yeah.
How's your mental health?
It's definitely getting better. I'm not going to say like I'm perfect and stuff, but that's why we're just trying to find, our ways to decompress, and like being on the road and just cruising and all that. That's one way, and being in the gym and decompressing there, that's definitely a way to meditate and just have my own solace and stuff, because I don't need much, dude. Like I could eat the same stuff every day, do the same things every day. I'm just very habitual. So yeah.
So when you're out there, you're in the community, you're networking with people, you're finding people with passion projects. What are the things that you face are mentally holding people back? Is it self-confidence? It's a low self-esteem?
Well, it's personality, but I think, if you break it down in a nutshell, it's fear, and it's fear of success or fear of failure. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. You got to pick your poison on that one. It's just like you're either scared to succeed or scared to fail, but, if you don't do it anyway, you don't take action, then, so it's like, I have friends that have problems, right? But why they're my friends are they have problems, and then the next time I meet them, we're finding solutions. It's not still a problem, you see? So in life, you should be a problem solver, as opposed to someone who just complain, no action. So that's why I think
So you're like, hey man, I'll take you in.
To talk very much, dude. Like like I could be in a room and I know like I shouldn't even say a word, or this isn't like I don't want to be at a meeting if I don't provide any value. I don't want to be anywhere where like, hey dude, I'm just like a fly on the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just know my role. I know my lane, and I'm very particular, intentional about where I spend my time, and that's why I'm here, because I just wanted to meet you. And Jose said like, hey, I should meet you, so I'm like, down. I had no idea what to expect. I thought, totally.
Wow. Yeah, I like that perspective. Is, I think there's two extremes to that. You got some people who are like, if they're not going to help me, or if they're in a position where they're not 100%, then I don't want to talk to them. But you're like, hey, I'll take you, and I'll give you my time. But if you're not improving yourself, and it's in the same wheel of drama, then you got to go.
Because I like to see action, and that's why I was never one to like talk. Oh, I'm working on this. I'm like, I want to do it. Just show it, and
It's. Was it hard to grow up without a father? Or do you think that's a crutch for me to say that?
No, it was actually a way for me to grow, because like a lot of my mentors, like I feel like they're probably like looking at me as like another son, and I look at them like as a dad I never had, and like so all these successful business guys, boom, like but I mean I'm always asking for help, like as women they could have daddy issues, but as guys you could have daddy issues too. So I lack that male role model, so I naturally I'm attracted to all these dudes that are like real successful and stuff, and they see a lot younger me, so I'm trying to ask them, what mistakes should I not be making, what should I be doing given where I stand. And I meet people, and I don't hold back, dude. I say like, here's everything on the table, here's everything I've done, okay, you analyze it for me on what I should be doing. You see what I mean? Yeah. Because that's what I do, and for clients, like, hey, the next level is show me your real estate portfolio. Let me analyze it for you. This is what you should be doing. Oh, this is a good hold. I'm literally just tailoring. So essentially, on the bigger proportion is I want someone else who has more wisdom on this earth and is at a place that I probably would want to be in whatever way. To analyze what I should be doing, but I'll still live my own life. I just want to kind of take their perspective and then get a second and third, and then see what actually what's the commonality between that. Yeah. And
it sounds like you're continually swimming up. You're like
in the pursuit of knowledge.
Knowledge. Yeah. What don't you know already that you?
Oh, there's a lot I don't know. I mean, I probably know about 1% of what there's the possibility of this. Yeah. I know what I know, and when I don't know anything, I'm not scared to be like, I am so dumb on this. I don't know what this even means. Give me the crash course. People appreciate that.
Not everybody has the same self-awareness as you.
Yeah, you can't BS it. Just if you don't know something, just don't. But tell them so they can teach you.
I'm just curious of where you got all this self-awareness.
It's over time, bro. And you got to know your own love languages. You know your love languages?
I know the book.
Yeah, okay. Here, I'll give you, this is good. So there's 5 love languages. There's the words of affirmation, I appreciate you making time and inviting me. Gifting, so gifting others. Acts of service, you got me a water, you opened the door, you did the dishes. Physical touch, PDA, kissing, touching, just, and then quality time. This could be quality time too. Yeah. So, and my background's Buddhist, and so I believe in treat others how you want to be treated. Yeah. But the next level to graduate above that is that awareness is treating others how they want to be treated. Oh. Because you can gift someone all day, but they're like me, I love gifting people, but I don't need any gifts. I don't need anything. Yeah. So you got to treat others how they and so once you develop how to read that. Yeah. Or and you're gonna improve your relationships, your business, your family, your friendships, because you're teaching them too, or you're being intentional about learning what gets them off. Yeah. And then you do that. See, and to do that at a high level, it's practice. You start in your circle, and then you broaden out. But then all my close friends, I know everybody's love languages now. Yeah. And then as soon as I meet someone new, I want to know all their love languages. So then now it sets a standard of hey, this is how we communicate at a high frequency. Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
So that's something that I'm working on too. Development of connecting with others on mental, spiritual, just a whole bunch of different levels for sure, dude.
Yeah. So you gravitate towards Buddhism. Life is suffering.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. How do you analyze that? What does that mean to you?
My radar actually last year was this quote is pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. So I think if you take it, there's always going to be problems. There's always those freedoms. It's how you overcome it. Yeah. And when you do it enough, or you put yourself in positions to grow or be pained, then that's you're eventually going to train yourself to just be like, okay, how do I get through this? Not the other mentality of like, oh, why me? Well, that. See, that's over time, dude. You just like, you could give me anything right now, like, and I wouldn't flinch. I'd be like, okay, it's meant for me. How do I get through this? See? Yeah. And then you do that so often that all these small problems, whatever, like nothing is like a big problem or even stressful for me unless it's life and death. Yeah. Like I'll drop whatever life and death, but if it's not, then it's like, hey, we can get through this. Yeah. Seriously. Like, wow. I don't question anything. I just know that if it comes up, like it's meant for me to grow and experience.
That's pretty. Yeah. That's really letting go of the past. You know, I think a lot of people have a hard time letting go of the past, or they use their old persona and they're attached to that persona and never let it go.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Are you the same person that you were 5 years ago?
Oh no, dude. If you met me 5 years ago, that's 2017, dude. I've been the hustle and bustle, dude. Straight grind. Like, you know, I could probably, you know, look at myself and analyze and be like, yeah, I looked at everybody as like checks. Like, oh, this is a client. This is what that's worth. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So there was a number on top of everybody.
Yeah. Not like friends. Like that's just, but like, oh, clients and all that. Like, oh, what can I, you know, but even then I still made sure it's a reciprocal, you know, and I was very upfront about it.
Yeah, now you're a prince like Buddha, and you can kind of look back.
I just got back from visiting family, and my aunt, she's on my dad's side. You know, what I took from it is that you just got to lead by example. You just, you know, do all the right things, and she wants me to, you know, become a monk, so I'm gonna do that out of her respects to become a monk one day for like, you know, a week or so. Yeah. So I mean, just, you know, I am convicted that, you know, and I believe in reincarnation, that in my past life I did all the right stuff and all the karma to get me to where I'm at today.
I did all the wrong stuff.
In the past life?
I believe so, yeah.
Why do you believe that? Is it because you believe that you went through a lot of pain and stuff because of that? Or
yeah, I think I had these visions that I was a rock star and I did a bunch of cocaine.
Yeah.
And then I cheated on my wife and my family. And then I died and came back a male dental assistant.
Yeah.
So, but I had to cry my way up.
How did that all come up? Like why was that vision? Yeah.
I don't know where I got that vision from. It was a dream that kept on coming back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, why am I dreaming that I was singing, like selling out stadiums?
Oh, sure. Yeah. No. And then I've never heard that. So that's why I went into deep, like, you know, because like the one thing that I could connect and align with on that is that in my past life, I think I drowned. So I know, like, you know, right now I'm not a strong swimmer. I'm not like, hey, let's go out, you know, so I'm working on that, but that's just something that, you know, in the back of my mind, I drowned in my past life, therefore I have a fear of the ocean or just swimming or being in open waters. So sure, you gotta listen to it.
I love music, but I'm not really musically inclined. That could be like the catch right there, but no, I definitely, that's wow.
Yeah.
Your mindset is very on point.
I just try, man. I just, like, you know, just really, I mean, when I meet someone or a business partner or whatever, it's just, I'm not like, oh, what's your favorite? It's like, dude, what's life about for you? What's the exit strategy? What are you doing to get there? That's it. Like, that's all I want to know is that. And there's not always like a right or wrong answer. Most people don't know. And that's fine.
Where do you imagine yourself?
Where do I what?
Imagine yourself in 5 years.
Well, it's hard to, it's not about like where. I think it's more of like, hey, who's going to be there, and you know, you just got to envision what your lifestyle is going to look like, and that's all possible. It's just a matter of time. You just can't rush it. And so at this point, I'm not really counting like how many years and stuff. I'm not pushing for things. I'm not trying to, like, you know, make X amount and all that. I'm just going to let it go and really try to attract others and see, hey, do we have something organic and does it flow? Like, there's a gal that, you know, I'm starting to work to get her to be a partner in my staging company. And I told her, listen, you know, I believe that we could be partners in this. And I've never even met her in person. And she's starting to do some work on it. And I believe you can do that. You can have business partners or any kind of partners where you don't need to meet them. You just need to communicate at a high level so that things get done, you know. And so, I don't know, dude. I mean, I believe that anything's possible, dude. Like, literally anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Majority of people,
like you and I could be co-hosts of this show one day.
Yeah.
Like that's possible. Like anything's possible.
Yeah. That's kind of blind. Hey, I like that bar. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
I believe anything's possible, but you know, you have to believe it and you also have to want it. It's
are you saying so if anything's possible and that originates from the human mind, are you saying that we're all gods and we're just creating this world?
Well,
through our imagination,
I think that, you know, like, if you believe in it and, you know, like our dreams, you dream, if those dreams are consistent and you wake up with it every day, it's going to come true. But at some point, if you wear off and go into a different path, and it just wasn't, you know.
So you thought your life now?
Yeah.
5 years ago?
I envisioned that, you know, it just came sooner, I think. But, it's cliche where, you know, more power, more responsibility. It's just, you know, you don't get these responsibilities unless you can handle it. And that's where I was going when I reconnected with my aunt, and we had this talk, and she's just telling me, like, hey, I want you to do this to make, you know, me proud, you know, if I pass away, whatever. Oh, and then take care of one of our other cousins too. And I was like, you know, and she was like, and it was an uncomfortable talk, and a lot of millennials don't get this, and they don't, you know, and it's, and I shared this with one of my close friends last night. It's like, bro, like, you know, I had this talk and we're talking about like inheritance and like, you know, and there's 5 cousins, and she's like, okay, you 3 are the males, but you know, when I do pass off and, you know, you're guys gonna inherit stuff, like take care of him. Like my thing's like, I don't need any of it, just give it to him, take care of it. But then she's like, Paul, you don't understand. You know, our family has worked hard enough to where this is how it is in a lot of Asian cultures, a lot of cultures, like whoever is going to be the most responsible to build it, to keep it, like, not just is going to take the reins of that. And so I was like, oh, I get it. So even though if I don't need it, just go, you know, that's just me just trying to just be abundant. It's more of like, I'm probably going to end up managing a lot of the family fortune, wealth, stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll do that, but you know, it'll come to me and I'll make sure that everybody's okay.
All these questions are coming in my head.
Yeah.
Where did you learn how to manage wealth?
You don't just learn. You know, if you can't manage $10, you're not gonna get to the next level, to 100 and 1,000 to all that. You just got to be a builder, dude. Yeah. Like, you know, you just gotta be a builder. You just gotta understand that it's like water.
So your aunt is there's money to be distributed in your family.
Yeah, but I don't count that. Like, it was really sad to even talk about it. That's why it was uncomfortable, right? But I think I'm wise enough to where, like, I'm figuring out, I'm taking care of my trust, my will and stuff right now.
Yeah.
I have, you know, not just family, but I have 2 of my best friends in there. And I've already let them know, hey, dude, you guys are in it. And if there's something happens to me, just call the attorney. Boom, that's how I'd want it. I have some of these ideas of like what the afterlife should look like if I were to pass away. I want you guys to have my funeral, do this and do all that. Like sharing the in life and that exit right there, because we're not going to be here, you know, forever. With the close ones and your loved ones, that's important. Nobody talks about that until you're like, oh, 60. Like, why talk about then and not now, right? Mm-hmm. And it gives you actually a lot of comfort knowing that you already planted the seeds, you're going to rest well, and nothing is going to be left unsaid after you pass. Yeah. It's a legacy, dude. Yeah. 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 Pretty like, pretty morbid, but it's like, you know, it's got to be shared. I mean, if you look back at yourself, like, you know, anybody is taking this into, and it's like, have you ever shared with any friends or family like how you want your passing to go? I'd probably say 99% of people don't. Yeah. They're like, oh, I'm not ready for that. Well,
I think some people think they'll like, it's almost like luck or like some type of, I forgot what that word is, but it's like, if I talk about it, then it might happen.
Yeah. But also what if you talk about it and you prepare for it, and it doesn't happen? See? Yeah. See? Yeah. That's why they call me Positive Paul, because I'm looking at positive at everything. I mean, but at the worst case, it does happen. At least I covered my bases, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 It's deep, dude.
Your daughter's going to be set.
No, she's going to learn, and she needs to understand, like, you know, that nothing's like just handed over.
How do you structure that? With someone who's 6 years
not
old?
spoiling them and understand, like letting them know that, hey, really explaining, hey, we're not going to do this, or don't pour too much milk, you're wasting, like, it's just living a simple life. Yeah. You don't need much on this planet. You have shelter, you have food, you have family, and you have love. Yeah, I mean, just that's it. The love connects all of it. So you don't need very much. I mean, if you want experiences, you work for experiences and all that. But materials, anybody can get that. Anybody can get, but that's a short-term gratification. Like, the car stuff, like, even with cars, like, I don't even integrate that into, like, my personal, like, my friends, my close, and my car guys, they know, but I'm not that guy that is posting, like, oh, dude, here's my this, here's my, because I don't care for that. It doesn't, I didn't do that. I didn't work for that car or that toy or whatever to show it off, because I don't need to show it off. It's not part of my life. You'll never catch me doing that. Like, I don't, it's just, it's different. Some people need it. It's not right or wrong for others, but for me, it keeps me like a horse with blinders of, like, I'm doing it for me and just me, myself only. Like, I don't, if you think about it like this, like, oh, if someone wanted to buy a Lambo, like, would you still feel the same way? If you could never post a photo, nobody should know would you still do it?
Yeah.
See? So I've trained myself to do things to be pure about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then that's not to say that, I like to share, like to provide value in others, like, to make others, to use what you have to, enrich someone else's life. That's why I like to value add things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How has social media changed your life?
I mean, I'm working, actually, you asked me that 5 years. I'm working to actually be off my phone.
Completely off your phone?
Well, I mean, you asked me that 5 years, and I'd say probably that, 5, I don't know, I'll use 40. Like, I actually want to check out, dude. I'm going to get a new number, and I'm going to share that number, a satellite phone with just, like, the close, and then I'll have my old number. I'll check it, like, every other day, or try not to check it. Yeah. So it's actually working to get, be a little bit distant and not reachable.
Sometimes I think
intention.
At nighttime, we go to bed, like trying to put the phone away from the nightstand.
Yeah. Or the do not disturb and just all those things. Yeah. And that's okay, dude. Like, and you should have structure. You should have the balance. And, I make appointments, and I have appointments with my own family. Family time, or my time, I'm not, If you're too available, what happens is everybody, like, needs you for the small problems. But if you just give them 20, 30 minutes or whatever, they'll figure it out. It's critical thinking, dude. Don't call me for, like, the small, call me for, like, like, I need help too, but I never ask anybody for help because I'm going to think and solve it first, right? But when I can't, like, I just had one recently in work. And
like, I can't lift this motherfucking piano, so call me.
Really,
come on,
I had that, and that's how you need help. But I was talking with another colleague, and I was like, dude, our brains, we can't figure this out. We need to include someone else. So I reached out for that third partner, and I was like, listen, we need you on this conversation because our brains couldn't figure it out. We tried X, Y, and Z. See that? That's a lesson in itself, dude. Like, try to solve it, and not just, when you need help, call someone, right? Yeah, people appreciate that. You were proactive trying to solve things. So that's how I kind of take it, is like, if it's over capacity, your limits, then ask for help and let them know you went through these steps to try. They're going to be like, oh, wow, yeah, I want to help you. Right?
I think your age, where you stand right now, you're grouped into the millennials. But you don't act in any way like advertise.
It's crazy that we're talking about this because
you don't act in any way like a millennial. No offense to any millennials watching.
No, I totally agree. And there's not, like, you look at all these, like, boxes and all that. It's not about that. Like, it's just like, where do you fit in? And actually, it's funny we're talking about it because there was this box. It's the 5 stages of life. Okay, and I saw this on a CNBC. So I posted it. It was
move the mic just a tad bit closer. I want to get a good audio on this.
So the 5 stages of life. The first is the dreamer, birth to 18. Identify dreams for the future. Interview role models. Find mentors. The explorer, 18 to 36. Fully exhaust your potential. Take risks. Don't obsess over money. Builder, 36 to 54. Jump on opportunities, double your efforts, play to your strengths. Mentor, 54 to 72. Share your unique gifts, listen, start small, then deepen your commitment. Giver, 72 to 90. Revisit your aspirations, give to a cause, interact with young people in a meaningful way. But one should take that and just take it and remove the age limitations. You could be a combination of that, or you could be, you could be starting at the opposite end of the spectrum. Just don't, there's like. So
you're saying that you believe that these labels are hindering people's possibilities.
Well, because you're seeing it so much, and you're like, oh, I should be doing this, And I let my friends know, like, listen, dude, like, do what you want to do, like, live your life, how you want it. Like, don't like compare, don't like look at this like where you should be, or I need to own a home, I need to have this, I need to have a family. No, dude, like, live your life. Because then, like, if you follow like this little diagram and you want to, revisit your aspirations when you're 72 to 90, dude, you might have already been croaked, like, like, or you don't have the energy for it. So why not, live your full life? Like, oh, here's another one. I got a compliment last year, and it was the best compliment I ever had in my life. And the compliment was, Paul, dude, you know how to live life to the fullest. I was like, damn. And so now I give that compliment out where I see it's fit.
Yeah.
Living life to the fullest, dude.
Yes. That's a really good compliment.
Yeah, right? Like, that's wicked, bro.
That's a warming feeling.
Yeah, like, dude, but it takes someone who has embodied that too to see it and then to share it with someone else too. In whatever aspect, like,
we talk my friend Zach, we talk about being the guardian of the gate.
Yeah.
And really blocking out things that you don't want in there, in a sense of like, so which leads me into my next question for you is, do you watch the news?
No, it's funny that you asked me that, because I don't watch TV, and that's probably a commonality with a lot of high.
I do my research.
Yeah, but no, the news though, it's funny. I wish I was following all the political climates and all that, but I grew up disregarding all that. Like, we could have a war. I was thinking back, like 07, 08, like what the world was melting down, whatever. But I was just in college, and it was a blinder. Nothing was going on. And so I think that reinforced that no matter what's going on, if you keep your blinders on, you're going to make it through. Just, like, if you're over here like, oh, it's a distraction, then it's just slowing you down.
Yeah.
But going back to the other end of the spectrum, do I watch the news? I'd have to ask, why do you ask that though?
I asked that because, I had a question that popped in my head when I was taking a shower, and he goes, hey, Hari, if you didn't watch the news, would you live longer?
Yeah.
Or, like, does watching the news prolong your life?
Yeah.
And I was like, because, I would have to say that most of the news is negative.
Yeah.
Or fearful.
Yeah.
And so I was like, if we just didn't watch the news, would I miss out on the meteor coming and then, whatever? And a warming feeling, my spirit said, no, you'd be just fine.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked.
That's the truth. It is. I mean, why I thought that was really, it just aligned right this minute is because the other night, 2 nights ago, like, I came back in town Sunday, and I was in this Uber, and I always try to, like, see what the Uber guys are about, like, sometimes I don't talk, but like, I'm curious. I'm trying to get to know with our time together in that 15, 20, 30 minutes on a ride and get deep, dude. Like, one time I was like shedding tears. I was shedding tears with a dude that dropped me off. Like, we got deep like that. So this guy is from Afghanistan, has 3 kids. His brother made it to America. They were both translators for the U.S. military and government, and that's why they got their opportunity to come to America. Then I was like, okay, well, when you guys moved to Pakistan, like, what was the life like? Like, how was the Taliban bad? Like, did you appreciate the U.S. involvement? Stuff like that. Asking it direct from someone who grew up in that.
Yeah.
That meant more than anything I've ever seen about anything to cover that. See, that was so deep, dude. And I was like, bro, aren't you so grateful to be here in the States?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, do you send money back home? Hell yeah, I do. Like, and they got it bad out there. Like, there's no economy, there's no opportunity. Everything's corrupt. Like, death, I think if I could take one thing from the news that helps is I'm just trying to be someone who's very compassionate, understanding, and loving. And I think that's when you see it, like, we got it good. There's people suffering out there. I don't even like to waste food, dude. Like, I'll take it to go, give it to someone. Like, there's no way I'll just leave. It's just because that's how I was raised, and that's how I was. And I think it should help others to realize that it's shitty elsewhere. Yeah. And we got it really good. So our problems really are minuscule compared to that. So, but yeah, I think, we could all live without it. But I think the positive it brings from that is that it enlightens you to know that, hey, you're not just like in this little, this square, this space, that, you're part of something greater.
What's your daily routine? What's your ideal daily routine?
Well, I'm doing most of it right now. Drop off my partner I drop off our daughter. Sometimes we'll switch off making breakfast and stuff or lunch for her, drop her off at work, and then I get everything done 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'll work out, every day, usually, 4 or 5 days a week. But then you hear this all the time, just make your list, like even the smallest. I like to have a list to feel I'm accomplished every day. Yeah. Even if I don't hit it all, then I'll roll over the next day.
You make this list every night?
Yeah. Just like, hey, making sure that, I'm accountable. Like, accountability is super important. Like, hey, you did things, So, I'm living, I can create my schedule. I can work from anywhere. I can do that, yeah. And so that's one of the perks of, being self-employed and controlling your destiny, is you could go out there and just create anything from nothing. Yeah.
And if people wanted to understand in more depth of what that is or what you do, they can contact you. I'll put your information in the description below.
There's so much more into, like, what I do. Is just like, even I had this thought just recently, and it was that I'm getting bored of real estate. And I've never seen anybody that just
dude, like, everybody on Instagram who's in real estate are like gung-ho 24/7.
Yeah, right. No, I'm actually getting bored of it. Well, the reason why is because I'm not really being challenged. I'm not growing. It's all monotonous. It's like, well, now, and I'm like, dude, how do I even transition? Let, my colleagues know, like, hey, guys, I'm getting bored. It's not just that. I think it's more of like staying on that same, identifying and meeting other like-minded. And then that's when I'll get to the next level.
Cool.
That is. Yeah. But I just don't want to be somewhere where
maybe
I'm complacent.
in your hero's journey of life, that you're at a point where you've been given these opportunities to take you to that next stage, and
you don't need to take them all. Like, you have to really feel like, hey, this is, for me. Yeah.
Any last questions for our viewers or?
No, I was kind of curious what you're about and stuff like that.
Oh, you want to talk about me? yeah, we got time to talk about me. What's up? What questions you got?
Well, I mean, I see, you're trying to build up your following and stuff, I just want to see how I can help you, dude. And
thank you.
I'm a team player, dude. Like,
Well, I remember, listening to different podcasts early on. I was just inspired by different podcasts. We kind of talked earlier off camera about just the yearbook and, just kind of being like having that seed planted.
Yeah.
But, my intention with it's just to, I think this conversation we had, some of the most insightful conversations I've had was, at a party, at a coffee shop, smoking a cigarette behind a bar. Talking with a cook, talking with and they don't have to last long. But so there was one day I was shifting through social media and I couldn't find any good content in the sense of like, it seemed like there was an edge. Yeah. And I was like, I had a calling. Yeah. And I just said, you know what, I'm just going to talk to everyday people I meet, I know. And everybody can share something and their life story is just fascinating enough. Yeah. I mean, look at you. 32 years old, money's not an issue. It's just, it's beautiful. It truly is.
I'm very blessed.
Yeah. Your story. Yeah. So, I really don't have a good answer for you why I do this, but it's just it's an honor for me to be able to speak with people.
For sure.
I gain a lot from it, maybe more than the person on the other side.
Yeah, totally.
So, So yeah, my background is dentistry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I innovate dental products. I make dental products, sell them around the world. And I had that calling to just, change dentistry. It's a medical industry that's not being innovated nearly into potential.
I'd be interested to learn more about that too, because I have a lot of dental clients, dentists and all that, DDS, DMD. And I always wanted to, I learned enough about like what you've done and what you've seen. We could go back out there and just market and like, get little samples of like, hey, this is what, you've done this whole entire, like, what would you like to see out there? Like, what would actually like provide value for you? And then if that aligns and you share that with, the sample size and they're like all in agreement, then you just act on it and you put that product out there, Yeah, it's just about, enriching someone else's life and buy products, buy services, buy whatever, So I'm down for that, dude.
Yeah, it's fun. It's, we have a great team. Phil's amazing and Ryan and just been blessed just to have those guys in the lives and, but yeah, that's pretty much how that kind of, we started dentistry. I detail cars as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, okay. It's kind of the wax on mentality.
Cool.
And then, let's see, I have a fourplex, thanks to Jose.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And so I do, I have property management that take care of that. So, and with the family, health, wealth, and happiness, right?
Yeah, dude, seriously. Yeah,
you
gotta be like wine. You just gotta really take care of your body and just, it's a way to make you feel like, hey, you're synchronized, like, hey, that's it, dude, mental health, dude, like, it's very real.
Did you have a vision board?
Yeah.
Did you
dude, my vision board's in my head, dude.
Okay.
Some people need the visuals, they need all that, but I mean, it's very simple,
Share your vision board with me.
My vision board, okay, let me just start before you get to the board, is that, I guess, when I shared that little flow chart, everybody gets it in different levels. I've gotten it quicker than most. But now I'm like, man, I don't have a lot of friends that are on that same level. So I'm searching for that. But in the meantime, I'm going to help all my other friends get to their whatever level of success is. And so, I mean, I had another friend that told me, Paul, dude, you help out too many people and people that don't really deserve it. I'm like, well, let me know. Like, what do you mean by that? And I'll help anyone out until I feel that it's being abused.
Yeah.
At that point, I gotta like cut back and like not share so much. But if I don't feel that, then I'm gonna give them my all. Because that's I'm not if I'm doing less than 100%, I'm not doing it, dude. Like I'm all in or not. Yeah. And that's something you'll probably hear from every successful entrepreneur, whatever business guy. Like, it's just you're in it or you're not. You just can't push your foot it.
Be an inactive investor.
Yeah.
So that vision board.
Vision board. I value experiences, travels, and I'd love to have a couple friends or multiple friends that that we can travel, or we just with a whole family. Let's just do it one way, and then figure out where we're going next, and then have friends around the world. Hey, I'll just go visit, stay there for a couple weeks, and then go here, and then and not really be tied down, like not have any like, oh, I need to come back and take care of this, And so that's the bigger picture and the vision.
Okay.
I mean, I could do that, but I want everyone else to do it because it's really lonely by yourself, dude. Like, that's like, when I look at.
So you're 32 years old, you're hyper successful, and you're lonely.
Success is like, it's,
Well, using the measuring stick of monetary.
No, I think it's more of like your time and what you can control. I think you just have more intentionality of like, hey, I want to be here or I don't want to be here. And you don't need to be there.
Where do you want to travel to?
There's a lot. I haven't
What's next
done
on the list?
South America, Europe. I've done a lot of like Southeast Asia and the Pacific Orient. I love to scuba dive, so I've got my list of places to scuba. Hopefully, like I got a friend with a boat and we can just scuba wherever. But I gotta, dude. There's a lot of people that need help right now, and so where I'm at on Earth right now, and I feel that I need to just help others like through their suffering. Because I'm not suffering very much, but I know others are, and if I could just make their life better, make their day better, then I'll feel good. That's
That's a great mission to have.
Yeah, dude. That's it.
Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. I think there's so much.
Pleasure, dude.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
I'm just trying to give my nuggets, you know, because when I meet someone, I just expect I'm only going to meet them once. Yo, tell me what life struggles you went through and give me some advice, you know, and I'll try to trade some too. So I always provide value.
Nice.
I always try to.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a dude, super transparent, like a playbook, dude. Like I got all the playbooks and I'll share it. Like you're not even competing against me. There's no competitor. I cannot compete against anybody. I'm only competing on myself.
Yeah. Are you pretty hard on yourself?
Hell yeah. I mean, what?
Did you tone that down or?
Yeah, only just to know that nobody can be perfect.
Yeah.
And then you get to where like, hey, you realize you're not perfect and what it is, you know, that your strengths and weaknesses, and then you work on those weaknesses, but then you also know, hey, you don't absolutely need to work on those. You can find others who excel in that, and then you combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's the shortcut, dude.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell, like, I reconnect with my cousin. I didn't realize what she was doing. She's a owner's rep. Basically, she helps clients remodel, do projects, and she acts on their behalf. I'm like, Linda, I could partner with you, you know, like easily. Like, you know, like, secure this, boom, 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 boom. So what I'm saying is just that, just know what you're good at. And I even told her, like, listen, you're trying to get to the next level too. You got 2 assistants. Write down your top 3, like, enjoyable, you know, tasks. Delegate the rest. And just do the things that you're excited about. Like, I don't want to do anything that I'm not excited about in this lifetime. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I was excited to meet you because Jose said I should meet you, so I'm excited. But I don't expect anything. I don't expect anything from anybody, frankly.
Well, that's easy to say. You're rich.
No, rich is, I think, is like soul, like, you know. I hope and I wish for everybody to get to that level where they can feel that, hey, they have all the options in the world. Money doesn't matter, and you can do everything. But truthfully, most people won't get there. 1, because they didn't work for it, or 2, it wasn't really in their life dreams to achieve it.
Yeah.
And that's not wrong. It's not like no one's going to look down on you. I'm not judging. I will never judge anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, if we weren't on camera, I would tell you all my, like, you know, deep, dark, like, everything. Like, all my, you know, I'll lay it all out there. So you know that I'm just transparent. Like, you know, so, yeah. Yeah. But that's, like, and the reason why I hold back on that, you know, because that's more of, like, a personal, like, hey, I take that and I want to be able to share it with just a person, being intimate. Yeah. No,
totally respect that. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for watching this episode of the Mastermind Podcast. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, Paul, for coming on. And until next time.
What was that, like 30 minutes?